Hi everybody, this is Shane Mata. Today is the 3rd of November 2021. It is day 3 of National Podcast Post Month, so today's recording will be doing double duty for YouTube and for 3Speak for posting on the NAPOD POMO community. So today I want to talk about the crypto.com or crypto.org coin, which is the CRO coin, formerly the CRO token. And today's conversation is actually, or not conversation, but today's discussion is going to be about the CRO coin and the CRO token. So let's explore that a little bit more. So yesterday, the CRO coin started pumping. Was it yesterday or is it today? I think it was yesterday going into today. And the best that I could find news was that it is because Coinbase has listed the CRO token on the Coinbase Pro exchange. So I want to make a distinction here between the coin and the token. The CRO used to be a token on the Ethereum blockchain, an ERC20 token. And at one point last year, I think it was last year, time changes for me because of COVID and all that, they finally launched onto a mainnet, and the CRO token was converted to the CRO coin so that it runs on its own blockchain, a blockchain based on the Cosmos system. And so it is very compatible with the Cosmos blockchain and will be interacting with it using IBC, the inter-blockchain system that they have set up. In any case, Coinbase has added the CRO token to their Pro exchange, and last night they were waiting for people to deposit and build up liquidity so that way they are able to do some trades. So now the question that I have is, who the heck is holding on to CRO tokens and why? I mean, it costs so much money in Ethereum fees or gas fees that it doesn't make sense to hold on to CRO tokens when moving them, just even a few of them, is going to cost you so much money. I think was it yesterday or last night? I saw that exchange or transfer fees were around $100 per transaction for ERC20, and the smart contract fees were way higher than that. So it doesn't make sense to me why they would not be deposited into crypto.com and exchanged for CRO coin. But whatever. That's their prerogative. Their money, they can do whatever they want. But in any case, it seems to me that the pump possibly may be a result of not realizing that Coinbase has pulled a fast one. So, but not to give horse in the mouth. What we are seeing is that the CRO coin is actually going up, and we reached about 26 and change cents earlier today, which is very close to the all-time high, which I think was at about 27 cents or very close to 27 cents. So now that we're at this level, we have parity to the last time that Bitcoin was at about $65,000. Today, right now, it's at about 63, and CRO is at about the level that it was at the all-time high. So that idea that I presented earlier in previous recordings was that the CRO token tends to be very independent of Bitcoin. It tends to ride at lockstep with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, CRO goes up. Bitcoin goes down, CRO goes down. The only difference, however, is that in the previous weeks, Bitcoin went up to 65,067, I think. So it did go to a new all-time high. But CRO was stuck at about, 22 cents or 20 cents or something like that. It was acting very much like a stable coin. It just was not budging, even though Bitcoin was going up and up. However, now with this news, I'm guessing it's the news. There's no way of knowing for certain. Is that they're riding together. So that's good news so far. Now, if this does hold true, and Bitcoin does go to 150,000, for example, let's say 125,000. That effectively is roughly about a double of where it is now, 62,000. So that's 124. So yeah, 124 and 25,000 would be double. And if that is the case, and we're seeing CRO coin at 26 cents today, it follows that we may see CRO coin roughly at about 52 cents per coin, which is good news for those of us who are holding CRO coin. Now, for me, it doesn't help me and my goal, which is to reach 40,000 CRO coins so I can upgrade my card. However, it gets me closer to the, well, not 40,000 $40,000. It gets me closer to the goal. So that is, I mean, that's a good thing, I suppose. I still have time to, between now and then, to contribute and try to grow that stake. But in any case, the news is positive. And I think that if what we, like, again, as I mentioned, if the correlation with Bitcoin holds true, we have some good news coming in the next coming months for the CRO coin. The only tricky part, I guess, would be is can the CRO coin hold its value past the bull run, which is going to be this year and partially next year. How much of the gains will the CRO coin hold? And another thing that we should look out for this month would be the addition or the launch of the Ethereum virtual machine, the EVM, on the CRO coin or blockchain, CRO blockchain. The what do you call it? Yeah, the EVM. So that launches later this month, and that should bring in more traffic to the network. If that does work out, then we can expect some value to come in from IBC through the Cosmos blockchain. And theoretically, right, I think I spoke about this earlier, that all these EVMs are launching with Cardano, with BSC, with Tron, all these other ones, but somehow a lot of the traffic has not left Ethereum. It's still staying put. And even though these alternatives are available, people aren't moving to them. I think what we're seeing is that people are launching new projects on these other chains, but they're not necessarily moving away from Ethereum into them. They're staying on Ethereum. And I think part of that is essentially because there's a moat in the form of Ethereum gas fees that keeps people out, that keeps out the riffraff, and so to speak. And so that, I think that's what's that's feeding the Ethereum gas fees and preventing people from moving to these other fees or other blockchains that have lower fees for smart contracts and transfers. So those are my observations for today for the CRO coin. I am optimistic, but I'm not optimistic that there's any intrinsic value in it that is going to bring in the hordes of people. I think if we were to posit any value to something that crypto.com is doing to bring in users to use the blockchain, it would be their incessant advertising and promotions and partnerships that they're spending millions of dollars on to bring in more users. But despite the increase in users, we're just not seeing adoption of the CRO coin as you would imagine for the use of the crypto.com Visa card. Now, what I am waiting for is for the exchange to be available in the United States, and I think that should drive up the price a little bit, or enough that it's noticeable. However, crypto.com has a tendency to miss deadlines, and the expectation is that they will launch the exchange in the third quarter. We're in the second month of the third quarter. We already passed October. We're in November. So we have roughly 2 months left for crypto.com to get it together to launch the exchange. However, I'm thinking they're going to miss the deadline again. So any gains that we're going to get are going to be most entirely based on the correlation that we have with Bitcoin. All right, that's all that I have today. That's all the thinking that I've put into this. So I want to thank you for listening, and we'll catch you again soon.